We're battered! We are impacted! We're battered! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power that make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are impacted! The best team!
Hello and welcome back to TNI-UK Impacted, episode 107. Coming to you live via the Total Nonstop Impact Network on YouTube and, of course, Twitch. I am your host, Bison, and today I am joined by the one and only The Joeker. Hello, buddy. You all right?
I'm good, thank you. I'm here to help motivate everybody, as the prestigious one would do. How are
There
you?
you go. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. So you're going from the void into the motivational speaker sense now.
But so just buzzing still from the all yesterday.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, guys, listen. Here in the UK, it's 6 p.m. or just gone 6. And I believe we are still in the morning over in the great US of A. I think it's so. I would imagine it's probably 11 o'clock Central. And I think just about midday, I would imagine, on the East Coast. So anyway, good morning to you guys over there. Just good afternoon-ish about for the guys on the East Coast. And it's good evening to all of you guys joining us here in the UK. And obviously in Greenwich Mean Time, as it were. But guys, it's great having you with us. I think your clocks change next week, I believe. Am I right?
It'll change this weekend. Zach's in the house. Welcome. Good to see a fellow guy from the UK in. And Ryan, it's good to see you. Good to see you too.
Oh, there you go. He got a day off work?
Yeah.
Sacramento, California. He's able to join us. Bang on, 11 a.m. Go on. That's what we like to hear. Fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic.
A bit of wrestling talk in the morning. That's what I say. Why not? And we've got Louisiana. It's 1 p.m. So 2 p.m. East Coast. Clocks change Sunday here. Oh, okay. So I got the times completely screwed up then. So it's good afternoon to everybody. Yay!
Stands up when you give a hardcore country for the Western one. Oh, it's calling for that already, are we? Well, then.
Yeah, well, maybe hardcore country. And we could do with a hardcore country. Come on, let's just give it hardcore country.
Let's just get it.
So we're in the morning.
Oh, baby!
That do. We're in the morning in California, and we're in the afternoon.
Hardcore country!
Yes, we love a bit of hardcore country.
Good job, Scott. Good job.
Definitely. I think we need an Impact Wrestling as well. What do you think? We got that one available. We could do one of those.
Oh, that's right at the bottom.
Right at the bottom. After all that, it's right at the bottom.
Yeah, that's right at the bottom of the list. Courtney's in. Good to see you, Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney's made it. Mir's in the house.
Yeah, Steve is still in hospital at the moment. He's still not well. I did speak to him on Monday just to check up on how everything is. He's still not great. He's hoping he come to have been discharged this week, but at the moment it's just wait and see what happens, really. But apart from everything else is fine.
Wrestling!
There you go. Impact Wrestling. Oh, I see what he's saying there. So if I stand up, I've got to go that way. There you go. Hang on. There it is. Woohoo!
Hardcore country!
Yeah. Love it. I get what he was saying, and I couldn't pick it up. Before we know it, we're going to get inbox messages from Zach now with hardcore country on my body or something crazy. But there you go. What a fantastic start to the show. I couldn't get what he was talking about. I was like, hang on a minute, what's he saying? Oh, I get it. Yeah. But anyway, it's great to be in the house. We've all had a fantastic week. The weather has changed quite dramatically here in the UK. We're getting lots of wind, lots of rain, and it's just generally a bit shitty, to be honest. But that's what we love about the UK. We get the season, so it's nice to get a bit of rain and or is it? I don't know. Either way, we do get the seasons. That's sure. Now, guys, make sure if you're new to the channel and you like what you see so far, then consider smashing that subscribe button, and of course, giving us a thumbs up. We are not adverse to the odd super sticker. If anyone wants to drop us one, we do like a good super sticker every now and again. And I'll tell you what, now that we found the Scott D'Amore with the Impact Wrestling thing, we will make sure we pop that one up every time we get a super sticker.
Yeah.
Right. News, rumors, and recap of the week, guys. Let's get stuck into it. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, because it was just that good, and I'm so excited about it. And of course, we've already spoken about the great Mickie James, the ladies of the Knockouts division. Mickie James, Taylor Wilde, two great legends, and Jordan Grace tear it up with in the main event against VXT, obviously Deanna and Chelsea Green and Giselle Shaw. What an absolutely blinder of a match. Oh, super sticker there from Courtney. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're going to have to hit you with one of these bad boys. Come on, Joe. You're slow.
Oh, it's right down the other end of the list. It's all one big massive...
You need to bring it up, the list. Bring the list up so we're ready to go with the Impact Wrestling. That's what we need. That's what we need to do.
Impact Wrestling!
There you go. Fantastic. Right. So this main event, Joe. Hey?
Yeah,
this main event. Absolutely incredible. It was incredible. I loved it. I thought this was absolutely a fantastic main event. I loved it from top to bottom. All six ladies gave it everything they got, and it was well deserved of its position on the card. What did you think of it?
It was amazing, absolutely amazing main event. We got to see Giselle Shaw as well. We got to see more amazing stuff from her. And happy birthday shout out to Giselle Shaw from everybody in TNI-UK. Mickie James looked absolutely fantastic, as you would expect. Taylor Wilde, wow. Deanna Prazo and Chelsea Green were fantastic. And of course, Jordan Grace, when she finally got to unleash her fury on everybody, whole hell broke loose. It was great. This match broke down so many times, but it still kept flowing perfectly. It was just a superb match, and was just absolutely brilliant. And once again, the Knockouts main event because they deserve it, and they stole the show as you would expect them to.
Yeah, they were superb. Just a quick thank you to Anna for that.
Impact Wrestling.
Hey, Joe's ready. He's not messing about now. He's got it there. He's ready. So thank you very much for that, Anna. We really, really appreciate it. And also, not only did we have that an incredible main event from the fantastic Knockouts of Impact Wrestling, but we all were also treated to two incredible ex-tournament matches between Trey Miguel versus Alan Angels and Laredo Kid versus Black Taurus. Of course, with Miguel and Black Taurus progressing to the next round. But boy, these Joe's on the ball with the old sound bites tonight. Yes, absolutely.
I am the f***ing greatest.
Is she talking about me? I don't know. She might have been. I don't know. But absolutely fantastic matches. What did you think of these? Because I'll tell you what, Trey Miguel versus Alan Angels was off the chart, wasn't it?
It was insane. I was excited to see Alan Angels back, and Trey Miguel just absolutely tore the house down with both of them. That was a hell of a way to open the show. And Laredo Kid and Black Taurus we've seen them before go head to head. You would expect nothing less from them. It was absolutely brilliant. And I really did think for a while that Laredo Kid wasn't actually going to lose this match, but it was just such a good, solid 15, 20-minute match between them two. And Crazy Steve keeping it going in the back as well was brilliant too, especially when Taurus finally hits the Powerball. And I forgot what Crazy Steve was screaming when he was doing it now. But it was brilliant, adding that extra atmosphere and that power of the shadow and decay flowing through Black Taurus still, while Rosemary is elsewhere. Like Trey, Miguel, and Alan Angels. So I would love to see Alan Angels stick around a bit more, because it was just so good to welcome him back to Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, anyone who Bonus Baby saying that someone said this match was a train wreck. Not too sure. I don't think. I thought both the tournament matches, Trey Miguel, Alan Angels, Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, I think they were both really good matches and good adverts for the X Division. So, if you hadn't seen the X Division before, I thought it was fantastic. We still want to, we want to wish Laredo Kid all the best, as, obviously he ended up in hospital last weekend. So, it was good to, as far as we're aware, everything went well. So, nothing else has been said, but as far as we're aware at that point, everything has gone well.
No, he's had surgery. One of it was ruptured. I think it was his lower intestine or something was ruptured, or something like that. He's had surgery on it. The operation was a success, but
I've not heard. Yeah, I've not heard anything since then, though. Have you?
But not since then. All we know is that he's recovering, and he's going to be now taking time off until he's ready to get back in the ring. So it's just a slow get well soon process now, like we had when DJZ had his got his kidney ruptured or something as well. He was out for like 6 months, and then
exactly.
So
exactly.
It's just one of those horrible situations where you have to sit and wait.
Well, Laredo Kid, we wish you all the best. That's good actually, Trent. I'm down with that. It's good to see Trent's in the house. The boss is in the house, which is good to see. I did notice. Did I notice someone else? I think. Hang on a second.
And happy birthday from last week as well, Trent. Again,
of course. Terrence is in the house as well. Terrence Sullivan is in the house, so it's good to see Terrence as well. I'd love to obviously make sure we let everybody know. And Anna, I agree with you, sweetheart. I think it's I think we all wish everyone from the TNI tribe want to wish Laredo Kid all the best and get well soon, my friend. Now, of course, one of the biggest things I think that came out of last week's Impact Wrestling, of course, was the Kingdom getting fired by the boss. The coach himself basically sent them down the road. Thank you very much, but no thanks. Which I think was amazing. What was your thoughts on this? I love the way this opened up. A lot of people were like, "What's this shit?" I thought it was brilliant. What did you think?
Biggest, dumbest Melvin.
I was expecting that. I was definitely expecting that from you.
I thought, given how we all knew that, sadly, this was going to be the end of the Kingdom. But the way it was set up was brilliant. We whenever Scott was got a backstage confrontation, it always ends hysterically and satisfyingly. And it just left everyone smiling, and rather than feeling, "Oh Christ, this is it, is it?" Everyone was laughing. Even I'm pretty sure even Taven and Bennett were laughing once all the cameras were off and the doors were shut. They were laughing, thinking, "How the hell does Scott stay in character so well and not burst out laughing?" Because he's just absolutely kills it when he does these things, especially when it's with when it's been with Honor No More, when it's been with Moose and Macklin, when it's been with Johnny Swinger and Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. The way he holds himself together throughout all this is just so brilliant. If this wasn't all kayfabe, I would have been so pissed off to seeing Matt Taven actually willingly letting bygones be bygones, and Scott would have said, "No, fuck it, fuck you, too late, bye bye." But knowing all the good relationships and how it all ended well between Taven and Bennett and Maria and Impact Wrestling, they thanked them as soon as they got debut after they debuted on AEW and all that came through. They immediately then thanked everybody when it was and there's no ill will or anything like that. It was just how the business rolls.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of Melvins. Definitely a bunch of Melvins, mate. There's no doubt about it. Although we need to get rid of the Melvin one though.
Nah,
we could replace it with some, a couple of say his name.
and he appears.
Yeah,
I
that's what,
believe in Joe Hendry.
that's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah,
Deb Punk, I think you're right. I think Scott Damore's delivery is absolutely on point. He is fantastic. Ryan's had saying Scott is getting calmer for all the crap he pulled on part Team Canada back in the day. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll see the kingdom back at some point in the future. Maybe they're not gone for good. You never know.
No.
But I think he's pretty good, definitely. Also Mir, yes, I saw that. I did leave a couple of lovely comments for it as well. I mean, could you imagine it? Seriously, like Tennille Dashwood, basically, well, all right, Emma, whatever her name is, turning up to basically challenge Ronda Rousey. Really?
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey was like, "Ooh, it's Emma. Ooh, I'm so scared." Oh, really?
I wish they'd let WWE let her go back as Tennille Dashwood rather than go back as Emma. I think that way it would have suited her better. But it might have been a choice to stick with Emma. So I'm not going to question that. But good luck to her, regardless. You know, I was really impressed with how she was how she developed over the last year. When she teamed up with Caleb with a K and everything, then she seemed to like break out of her shell after the really, really rough patch with Taya Valkyrie and Kira Hogan.
Yeah, definitely.
Having to put her over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and carry her matches.
Yeah,
but, you know,
and Deb Punk's right. Deb Punk's right. At the end of the
high.
day, the only way that the WWE fans would have known her would be as Emma. They wouldn't have known her as Tennille Dashwood. So they had to bring her back as Emma. That makes sense. However, she comes back and the crowd go mild.
Yeah,
they don't care about her. She's pants. But anyway, hello to John Rosado. Nice to see you, my friends. Thanks for joining us. Great to have a few people turning up in the chat today, especially with this sort of kind of like, slight time differences and stuff. We appreciate you obviously making the time to make sure that you are here for us. So I guess it's time to be back to normal for next Wednesday.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, so it should be all good. But anyway, talking about saying his name and he will appear. The prestigious one, Joe Hendry, had an interview with Tommy Dreamer on House of Hardcore podcast. And I have to say, it was great. It was a good interview. It was about 58, maybe an hour, a good hour interview. I thought it was really good. It didn't seem like an hour because there was some good stories on there. How over is Joe already? That's the thing. I mean, one thing I would say is that, I believe in Joe Hendry. There's no doubt about that. I believe 100% in Joe Hendry. So I think, it's not strange, I think, to see how over he is already. There was some interesting stuff in there. On a side note, did Joe Hendry give something away with regards to PJ Black's status with Impact Wrestling?
I don't know.
By calling him a workmate now.
Yeah.
After talking about performing in front of him at WWE Trial back in 2013, he literally said how cool it is now that he's now a work colleague of PJ Black.
Yeah,
is PJ
that
Black
got
signed?
my attention. If not, he might have a match with Joe Hendry after his match this week with I think he's up against Mike Bailey. I think. So I'm assuming Mike Bailey's or seems to be a bit more clear that Mike Bailey's going to be advancing, so we might get PJ Black versus Joe Hendry down the line, which would be fantastic. So, but I listened to the whole thing. It had me welling up at the end. I must admit, it was that motivational and everything, and that much of a feel good factor from Dreamer and from Joe Hendry and both their input towards each other, as well as how Joe Hendry got into wrestling and everything. I was overwhelmed by the whole thing. I was so close to just messaging Tommy Dreamer and telling him my thought and everything, but I didn't want to pester him with a fan mail.
No, exactly. Fan mail for Tommy Dreamer. I just want to say a quick thank you to Anna for giving us another $2 super sticker. Appreciate that. She believes in Joe Hendry. Which is great. So don't forget, we need to give her a special soundbite.
We'd have one for her.
If obviously Joe can find them.
Oh, I can find them. It's just a pain in the ass navigating on my laptop with the touchpad.
Oh, mate, seriously, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. That's why we need a 3-man booth. There you go. I don't know who booked this shit, but it wasn't Joe Hendry. It wasn't Joe Hendry.
Yeah, we do want a Joe Hendry one. Well,
yeah, definitely. We got to have that. We got to have I believe in Joe Hendry, and then when it goes off, we all do this.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? I think that'll work well. I love it. But there you go. Arctic Mirror. Look, Joe's got Joker has one job. He doesn't have one job. He's running the show, mate. He's running the show.
I'm production at the moment. I'm doing all the stuff back.
He's full on production, mate. I mean, he's doing sound bites. He's putting up people's comments. He's taking part in the conversation, right? Old Bison here. All he's doing is just being Bison,
reading the script.
Exactly. I'm just being me. The fact I wrote the script doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, the info is there. Got me bullet points. I'm off and running. Norris, I'm sorry, I've got to stop texting him driving. Fair enough, Norris. No, we don't want you to go killing yourself, mate, for the show. Appreciate you joining and listening in, though. We really do. Now, talking about Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray, and of course, Tommy Dreamer's story. Is Bully Ray about to show his true colors as things seem to be heating up a little? What do you think? What do you think?
There's definitely something. Either Bully Ray's either going to just snap and whack Tommy, or he's going to snap and take somebody out in the ring and say, "Is this what you guys really want me to do now?" And like just try and do it make it as a one-off to like make a statement to the fans, and then don't spiral out of control, which is what guys like Moose and Steve Mappin want to happen. And
of course, they want Bully to be Bully, right?
Yeah. But I got bonus baby asking me to referee the dogs as well. Yeah.
He said you already are refereeing the dogs, didn't you?
Trying to, but it's easier said than done. Especially with the
Sammy's gonna pin Susie.
No, she'll bite him on the nose.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, guys, the rumors are also afoot that Chelsea Green wrapped up with Impact at the last set of tapings to join the WWE. Now, fair play. She wants to give the WWE another shot. If the chance is there, why not? Let's just hope that, it's all been wrapped up satisfactorily. Let's just put it that way. It's a shame because I think VXT were just sort of really starting to get their feet. Maybe that's why they've been trying to sort of kind of like bring Giselle Shaw in with Deanna. Maybe, I don't know. But it's interesting. Be interesting to see how that one pans out. I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Joe?
I think it's just I don't think it's concrete yet. I think that if Chelsea Green's going to be going, she's going to be going in the new year, because we're going to have Vex versus the Death Dolls become Overdrive, without a doubt. So if anything, Chelsea Green will be here till the end of the year. So I don't think she's going straight away if it is indeed true, because she seems to be happy, more than happy to stay in Impact Wrestling at the moment. And Gianna Perazzo is staying in Impact Wrestling from as far as I can tell too. So for either of them to go now is just ridiculous. And I think it's just people wanting to throw shit in the fan. Given how we've lost the kingdom, so everyone's assuming now that I did see the news on Chelsea Green getting a lot of interest from WWE, but that's just interest. We've seen Alexa Nicole up at AEW. Doesn't mean she's signed there. She's only been there because they've been up in Canada. Doesn't mean she's officially signed. Yeah,
but WWE is a little bit different, isn't it? You don't turn up on WWE unless you're signed.
No, there was one thing I must give credit to WWE for, though, is Triple H has now decided to open the quote unquote forbidden door. So even if Chelsea Green goes over there for a short stay, that would be interesting if that's the sort of thing Triple H wants to try and do. But it's good to see that he's actually taken that step away that Vince McMahon refused to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are loads of possibilities. You know, maybe she could be invited over there for a program or something. Who knows? But you know, I think it would be a shame to lose Chelsea. I think she's been doing amazing work over the past sort of 12 months that she's been with Impact. They've been doing a really good job, and I love this VXT team. I think they're great. So it would be a shame to sort of kind of like break it up. I'd like to see VXT sort of head a little bit more down the route of sort of kind of like the dolls. Do you remember? I forgot what they were called now. The Summit Dolls, the Dollhouse, or whatever they were. You know, where they like this sort of kind of like group of three sort of girls, like, you know, almost Mean Girls type scenario. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. But we'll just have to see. What's interesting as well is that we've been seeing more advertising during WWE Raw this past Monday. And I'm pretty certain we should expect to see the same tonight during AEW Dynamite. They're up in the game, I think. I think they really are starting to up the game now. And it has become clear that obviously they are targeting the direct TV viewers. Because I think the direct TV cable is probably the biggest one for Access TV. So I think that's what they're doing. They're targeting that one at the moment, which is great. Either way, it doesn't matter. The more that they can pull in to check out Impact on Thursday night, the better, I say.
Yeah, I have to agree with Dead Punk's thought on Chelsea Green. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of unfinished business for her in WWE as well. You know, Vince McMahon didn't use her at all the entire time she was there. So, I'm Deanna Purrazzo, so I can agree with see why Chelsea Green would want to go back. But again, I don't think if she's going to go, it's going to be come up December, maybe January before anything. So right now, let's just focus on Chelsea Green in Impact Wrestling. And
just see what happens. Let's just see what happens.
Yeah,
I guess, you know, if she did, you know, wrap it up, we'll have to see. I think if she did, I would say that it's being wrapped up probably with a final match against Mickie James, where Mickie James beats her. I would imagine if that's where they're going to go with it. I did see that they did some internet exclusive thing with Deanna and Chelsea earlier this week, where Chelsea was like, "I don't care about the tag titles. I just want to retire Mickie James." We sort of had a bit of a rant on that. So I think possibly that's where that's heading for her.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I think if anything, it's going to be Mickie James's next step in the last rodeo will be to take out Chelsea Green, and then that might break things down between Chelsea Green and Deanna Purrazzo. But again, it's like salt in the wounds and karma coming back. So it's just storytelling and looping back on itself. It just works for everybody.
Yeah, it does. It does work. I mean, Dead Punk saying there, it's the same with Mia Yim and Taya, assuming she would ever decide to go back. Who knows? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, Taya was brought in. Same with Mia Yim. As far as I'm aware, they were brought in by Triple H, and they exited at the point where Triple H wasn't around. So you just don't know who he's gonna sort of kind of make the phone call to, you know. But it would be a shame from the Impact point of view if either of those ladies were gone. I hope that they're around for a little bit longer. But you know, if the call comes, who can blame anybody for taking a big paycheck to go and work for the biggest wrestling promotion in the world, right?
Well, that and Triple H and Shawn Michaels are pretty much the guys in charge, as well as Stephanie McMahon. So it's a whole different structure. You know, all of the guys that Vince McMahon had doing things for him are pretty much gone. Triple H just cleared out everybody. You know, it's a whole new structure back there now, and everyone seems to be just actually invested in the talent now. So it's like WWE's hit a reset button that it's needed to do for well over 12 years.
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So something else that happened this week. Oh, look at Joseph is back.
Hey, welcome
Joseph! Back. Welcome back, buddy. Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
So something else that was released this week. Great new Hard to Kill t-shirt available. So what do we think the coffin means over the eye in the logo?
It's either a play on the fact that it's Friday the 13th, from Friday the 13th is also always bad luck and death. But I really do hope it's got something to do with Su Yung, given how she's making more and more appearances now on the indies. And she's posting a lot more about her a lot more of her photo shoots and that on Twitter now as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just got this feeling that Su Young's got to come back soon. You know, she's still technically signed with Impact Wrestling, and it'd be a shame just to see her disappear. And I know Kimberly's eager to come back soon as well.
Well, I tell you what, you know, straight away, as soon as I saw Friday the 13th, I saw the coffin in that logo. I'm thinking, Young straight away. It's got to be Su Yung. You know, as we all know, I predicted she would come back at Bound for Glory. I was really hoping she'd come back at Bound for Glory. But I don't know. This makes even more sense if she was to come back at Hard to Kill. We could, you know, have a proper, like, you know, paranormal style pay-per-view, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'd like to see Su Yung versus Mickie James as well. That would be interesting. It would be a great way, even if it doesn't end Mickie James's career. That would be an interesting match to come from the fallout of Hard to Kill. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah, exactly. Dead Punk. Friday the 13th, he was great. Gives me the opportunity to wear my hockey mask during the show. Yeah, definitely. I want pictures of that, buddy. I want pictures of that all over Twitter. But there you go. So, yeah, no, I think it's going to be great. And I think, like I say, it's good to get a new logo. We haven't really had a new logo with regards to Hard to Kill for about 3 years now. So this is good. I wonder whether we're going to start getting some new logos for all the pay-per-views in 2023. I tell you what, there was something else I wanted to mention about the Joe Hendry interview, right? He mentioned in there that Scott D'Amore told him or spoken to him or something was said that they were bringing Joe Hendry in and they were looking at other UK wrestlers because they're looking to come to the UK in 2023.
Yes, that put a huge smile on my face. And that was one of the things I wanted to talk. I was going to go on to Tommy Jr. about just saying, I'm so excited to see you guys come back in. I'd written it all, the whole message and then thought, no, I'm probably just wasting his time. He's got more important things to do than to listen to me. I was like saying how after going to Wrestle Carnival this year, I got to see Eric Young, I got to see Charles Crowley, I got to meet Becca and Charles Crowley as well, and guys like Dyrese, he's now the new Wrestle Carnival champion. He's absolutely on fire, and he's got a match with Trey Miguel and Zach Wentz along with Leon Slater to kick off next year. That's going to be huge.
I know this for sure, right? I know this for sure. I'm going ringside without doubt to every single taping or every single show that they do. I'm on tour, baby. I'm going to be following it. TNI on tour, TNI-UK on tour. Joseph's joining us by the looks of it. Joe will be joining us. Hopefully Steve will be with us. I've heard William Gardner might be coming over.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully Trent as well.
Maybe Trent. That'd be good if Trent come over as well. We'd have a great meet-up. I think it'd be fantastic. Maybe some of the other guys, some of the other UK guys on here. I think it's bonus babies from the UK, isn't he?
I think so.
There's a couple on here that's from the UK, so it would be good. Zach's from the UK, isn't he? Zach Bonifer?
I think so, yes.
So there's a few people that tuned into this show that are from the UK, so it's good. It's really good to see. But so there you go. Now, something else I wanted to mention, because we were talking about Bully Ray earlier. Now, due to an Impact exclusive release backstage promo this past week, we know it was not Bully Ray who attacked Ace Austin in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The question is, who was it?
I think it was Moose. I think Bully Ray's assumption, his gut instinct, just... given how Moose laid out guys like Macklin, laid out Eddie Edwards, Sammy Callahan, Moose has got a history of being the ultimate scumbag now in this era of Impact Wrestling. It was Sammy Callahan for a little while until Sammy and Eddie decided to take on Morrissey and Moose, and then Moose broke the ultimate scumbag's leg. So now Moose is like, it's like the scumbag torch has been passed down from Sammy Callahan to Moose, and all we need now is Carl to turn up in Impact Wrestling and we'll have the ultimate scumbag.
Ultimate twat. We need the ultimate Charles Crowley twat. We'll have all the scumbags.
Oh yeah,
all the scumbags in Impact Wrestling. It'd be great. But yeah, no. So it's interesting stuff, and I'm wondering if maybe it's got something to do with the violence. I am violence.
yeah. That's another thing. That would be an interesting twist and everything. It would certainly make add the extra less predictability factor towards it. Just trying to get the dog off my lap because he's pulling my headset off. Especially seeing as we saw them interfering quite a few matches, not just at Bound for Glory. You know, where they pulled Sami Callihan out. They came out during a couple of matches in the leading up to it as well. So it wouldn't surprise me and they were backstage when Sami Callihan took them out as well a couple of weeks ago. So could Eric Young have done something? And that would be brilliant.
I mean, I like the idea. That someone was just bringing up there. Dead Punk, I think, he's talking about maybe Hikuleo or the Gorillas of Destiny, or decide to go that route as well and start attacking Bullet Club people now that they're not part of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good.
So there's definitely some interest in there. Who could it be? Could it be someone new? Are we just thinking? Are we trying to who's it on the roster, or could it be someone completely brand spanking new that isn't currently on the roster?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Could it be a way of bringing in a new talent?
That would be really interesting. Really, really interesting. I love what Courtney's saying. She wants to see Bully Ray just go full blown heel so we can see Sammy versus Bully. To Sammy, that would be a dream match too. I know Bully Ray was one of the big influences of Sami Callihan alongside Raven, alongside this Abyss.
Mick Foley.
That would be it. And Mick Foley. That would be so amazing to see Sammy take on another one of his idols, and another first time ever match with Sammy. We got him and Eric Young hopefully soon. And
yeah, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? That would be crazy good.
I would love to see it.
I agree with that.
The Clockwork Orange.
There you go. Yeah, Clockwork Orange House of Fun match with Bully Ray versus Sammy. That would be pretty cool. With
barbed wire tables and laser fluid.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, get it all in there. We want light tubes. We want the lot. I don't know where they go that far on TV, but you never know. Could make a good pay-per-view match. Could make a good pay-per-view match. That would be really good. Madman Fulton, Iron Drive, few occasions. That's true.
Madman Fulton did cross my mind as well when Ace Austin was taken out, because I'd seen that match that he had with PCO and Warhorse, and I forgot the other guy on that week's digital media exclusive. That was incredible, and I'm itching to see Madman Fulton come back. I really am, because he looks absolutely amazing now.
Maybe he just needed a slightly new direction, because I don't think he was really going anywhere. That's the problem, and they didn't seem to know what to do with him really.
Yeah,
you can't just be a sidekick for years. You've got to eventually break out and do something for yourself. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I know that Ace and Fulton were good friends as well outside of Impact, so who knows? He may come back at some point. We just have to wait and see. So we got Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans destroyed Rachel Riveter. I think she's called the Mom or something, or the MILF or something.
Yeah, the Mom.
She's an up-and-coming talent, local talent. But she didn't really get much chance to shine in this match. She got absolutely pulverized, didn't she? That's what happened. She got pulverized, period. Okay. So
Savannah, it's feeling time.
Yeah. But again, Steve, I'm still of the feeling that Savannah is going to break away and turn on Tasha at some point soon.
Yeah, it's got to happen. But I loved seeing this real nasty side of Savannah Evans really getting to show through, and Tasha's still just going all Eddie Guerrero on the ringside, just sitting there, arms folded, watching it all.
Yeah,
that was just brilliant. It just has me thinking, where's this going to go? Though, are we going to get Tasha Steelz versus Mickie James again, and then it go flat on its face, or But Tasha Steelz does need to be in the big main event picture again.
Yeah, but she is the greatest to beat the greatest. There's no doubt about it. So I don't know. I'm not sure where they're going with her at the moment, but she's now obviously turned into just basically destroying people. So we'll see where that one goes. I mean, that's pretty much what they did with Masha Slamovich for a good 6 months. Maybe they'll do it now with Tasha, turn her into a main event monster of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
But could be interesting. I seriously feel Savannah Evans needs to turn on Tasha Steele fairly soon. I just feel that Savannah's going. She's almost in that Madman Fulton to Ace Austin role. It's not really going anywhere. And I think they need to start letting her, loose.
Savannah Evans is she does a lot of work in MMA as well, and she's winning belts elsewhere, and so her track record is absolutely amazing. I'm a huge fan of hers outside of Impact Wrestling.
She's the cannibal.
She is.
You don't see that much. You don't see that side of her very much in Impact, though, do you?
No, it's frustrating, but it's just great to see her on Impact Wrestling in general. So it's win for me. It's
either way.
Yeah,
either way, it's win-win.
It's bittersweet, I think, is probably the sanest way to put it.
So
I want to see more, but I'm just glad to see her in Impact Wrestling.
Okay, fair enough. So we've also got the Motor City Machine Guns getting frustrated at being beaten to the punch the last couple of weeks, chasing another shot at the tag titles this week by obviously the major players. The
truth is, you're nothing but a mid-card donor.
Exactly. I was just about to say we've got Cardona versus Shelley. I thought it was a great match. It then obviously led to...
I love this match!
Oh my God, Joe, you're getting carried away again. Leads to the major players gaining their title shot at Overdrive. So I quite like the way this sort of kind of panned out. I think it's sort of kind of holding back the inevitable that we're going to get. We're going to get Motor City Machine Guns going for the title again at some point.
Yeah.
But they're just sort of kind of holding them back a little bit. I get that. And it's interesting. And yes, Mia, we're aware of that. We'll get to that in a second. It's I don't know. I think this is going the right way. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the major players versus Heath and Rhino. They all know each other very, very well. So it all points to it being probably a pretty good match, right?
Yeah. The match was fantastic. Between Matt Cardona and Alex Shelley, that was such a good match.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what the major players can do versus Heath and Rhino. I want Heath and Rhino to win, but I have a feeling that the belts are going to just be hot potato over to the major players, which I think if they're going to lose, I'd rather them lose down the line. If the tag titles have jumped from the Good Brothers to the Kingdom to Heath and Ryan, and then they're going to be are they going to be jumping again so soon? It's a pain in the ass when that happens. It happens too often with the tag team titles.
I agree. Yeah, we don't want this hot potato scenario. We don't.
But I'm looking forward to the match, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next week. With given how pissed off Chris Sabin is after Alex Shelley lost the match. Heath and Rhino trying to be the good, nice guys and keep everything on the level, but fans, everything gets thrown in their face too. So
it definitely does. It definitely does. Now, moving away slightly from this, we get Steve Macklin attacking Josh Alexander backstage. Now, again, they're keeping Steve Macklin in that picture. Just because he didn't win the Koi Shot Gauntlet doesn't mean he's out of the picture. And I still think that Bully will face Macklin for that Call the Shot trophy to face Josh at Hard to Kill. I have a feeling that before this year is out, Bully Ray will face Steve Macklin with the Call Your Shot trophy on the line. I can see it coming. What do you think?
Yeah. Macklin taking out Kazarian and Josh Alexander and trying to go for Josh Alexander. It was such a interesting angle to keep Macklin and Rich Swann in the picture. So Rich Swann talking to Josh Alexander, being on Mr. Nice Guy. It's good to see that they're keeping everyone guessing about Rich Swann and Steve Macklin are definitely going to be involved in this somehow. Although I still think Sami Callihan should have Rich Swann in his corner after he helped him versus Eric Young. That would be.
Yes.
I want to see brother and brother versus family. Is when it goes to Violent by Design and Sami Callihan.
Yes. Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Steve Macklin and Bully Ray, that's a dream match. And
can you imagine that? I think it would be an awesome match. I think that would be an awesome match.
Yeah, it needs to be no holds barred. If to go one step further, force count anywhere, rather than have it end in the ring. Let them go anywhere and unleash hell on everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. So we then get the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. I Believe in Joe Hendry, takes on the non-believer in Raj Singh. And I have to say, he looked absolutely fantastic, basically destroying Raj Singh. Do you think?
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Listening to him talking about how he actually got interested in pro wrestling was something. I thought he was wrestling a lot longer than he actually was. I thought he was like a 6 or 7, 8 year veteran before he got into pro wrestling and onto like Ring of Honor and Impact and TNA. But Christ, the speed he's gone through his career. Tommy Dreamer saying how he did it. I'm not going to. I'll let you guys listen to the interview. I'll put that in the comments. But it's just incredible that the amount of work ethic Joe Hendry's got. It's just showing through here, and the fact that he wanted to stay with Impact Wrestling, and then the reason why he had to go was because of visa. And then Ring of Honor were just lucky enough to have him. I mean, a lot of people thought, it turned out that Impact at the time thought that Ring of Honor had snapped him up before they had a chance to sign him. It's interesting. But then, that does say a lot about Impact, really, doesn't it? At a time, like people do seem to get snapped up before they get a chance to lock them in. So they need to. That's something I think they need to do better at. They need to really get on top of that side of things. However, the fact that Joe was signed to Ring of Honor, he got paid the whole time through the pandemic. He got himself in the shape that he is now. Ring of Honor went down the pan. We've now benefited from it. Yeah.
So, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things. We then get a very interesting interview between Gia Miller and Eddie Edwards, setting up his match with, of course, the PSO, and then calling him a little bitch on the end there. Now, I have to say, when I watched this for the first time, I didn't think it was actually very good. It didn't take me really, and then a few people was going on about what a good interview it was. So I went back and I watched it a couple of times, and actually, it's not bad. I think there's a couple of areas where it could have been a little bit better. It wasn't as good as I would hoped it to have been, but it did the job. It forwarded the story between and set up the match between Eddie Edwards and PCO in the future. Right? It's doing what it's meant to do. So. In essence, that happened. Whether there's a lot to talk about that, probably not, but it did happen. I'm sure you're glad about that because I know, you being a big Eddie fan, it's going to be great to see him face PCO in a a no holds barred type match. I'm sure. What do you think?
Yeah, Eddie Edwards, the whole interview, the atmosphere around it was he's not really. His mind is still not in the right place at the moment. He doesn't seem to care. That he's like, fine, Kenny King's off doing this thing, fair enough. The kingdom's gone, fair enough. He's just so focused on PCO. He's not even acknowledging the fact that Alicia Edwards is actually has actually been the huge influence behind everything breaking apart between everybody. He's still so laser focused on it all being PCO's fault that he managed to keep that drifted character going. Like he did when Moose broke Eddie Edwards and he ended up in the asylum with Raven. It was almost like it reminded me of that era of Eddie Edwards' career.
Maybe they need to bring Raven back to whisper in Eddie Edwards' ear.
Yeah, quote to Raven.
Maybe that's what we need. We need him to. Yeah, exactly. We need Raven on his shoulder. Maybe that'd be quite cool. But there you go. Dead Punk Gage got it right in the chat as well. He's saying it also makes you wonder what's the ultimate plan for Eddie Edwards moving forward, and I kind of agree, because obviously they're now in a situation whereby they've got to sort of kind of adapt the storyline a little bit.
Yeah, his intention was just to stay on a heel role as long as possible with his new contract signing. So he's definitely gonna be him and PCO kicking the shit out of each other for a little while. Probably come to an end at Hard to Kill, but we could even see Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan cross paths again. And that's like, but this time the shoe's on the other foot. Sami Callihan is actually the good guy, and it's actually the good guy for once, rather than saying he's just the good guy. And Eddie Edwards is the guy that everyone wants to beat the shit out of because he's an arsehole.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Okay, so we then get, now this is an interesting one here. We then get a backstage segment where Eric Young was talking to someone behind a curtain. Who could that be? And then, of course, before having some choice words, setting up his match with Sami Callihan for tomorrow night. Who do you think was behind that curtain? I think I know, but then I know something that happens later on. But who do you think was behind there?
Thinking about it now, I'd love to think it was Joe Doring, but obviously he's still away with all these other problems. But he's either talking to the troop of violence, or the cameraman was just put in the wrong place, and then Eric Young's just going with it.
No, there's definitely someone. There's someone there. Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think they just put the camera in the wrong place, mate. To be fair,
I thought it could have been done deliberately to get the marks going.
No, he was definitely having a chat with someone behind there and setting them up to be obviously part of Violent by Design moving forward. And I for one, I'm excited to see who it is. It's definitely someone. There's definitely someone.
He's got a good idea.
There you go. Look, Madman Fulton would be great fit. I'm sure he would.
Yeah,
he would definitely be a great fit. I mean, there's lots of talents out there that would probably be a great fit for Violent by Design, definitely. But it's interesting to see who that's going to be. I think I know, but then I know a little spoiler. So, but I still could be wrong. It still could be somebody else.
yeah.
But I have a feeling it's who it could be.
To answer Dead Punk's question on Eddie Edwards, do you think he's better off as an effective heel, or would you prefer him to be the heart and soul of Impact Wrestling? I think he played the face role a lot better solo when he's done heel roles with Davey Richards elsewhere, and they've been really, really badass. And it's good to see him finally bring that forward in Impact Wrestling and put it across effectively. But if Eddie Edwards is to stay long term, I do think he will be turning back into a babyface, and because he's like John Cena. It just suits him better to be a babyface than it does to be heel. But
yeah.
But Eddie Edwards, he's showing that he's willing to experiment, and it's good to see Impact Wrestling giving him that freedom to experiment and everything, you know. But it's just going to be an interesting and
see. I've been saying this for a while that I would love to see Big Damo and Axel Fisher turn up.
Yeah,
I think either one of those guys would be fantastic as part of Violent by Design. They've both got that sort of kind of that badassery about them.
Yeah.
When we saw Axel Fisher at Wrestle Carnival, he's so good.
He
is
amazing.
So good.
He was absolutely
I'd love
amazing.
to see him. I'd love to see him turn up on Impact and be part of Eric's Violent by Design faction. I think he'd be fantastic. But you know, again, at the end of the day, it's down to what the talent wants. It's down to what Impact want, where they want to take the story. It also down to where they're going to go with Eric. I mean, we know, as far as we know at the moment, you know, at the end of the day, he's only got a few months left. He's only sort of kind of signed his extension to the end of 2022. Could we see him, you know, in 2023? Let's hope so, because I think he's been one of the best things when it comes to promo work and stuff backstage segments, the video vignette stuff. It's been one of the best parts of Impact for the past 12 months. I'd hate to see him go. So I hope he stays as well. But anyway, Mir's already spoiled the big news of the week. Of course, the Motor City Machine Guns beat Aussie Open for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Tag Belts to become the new champs of New Japan Strong Tag Team champs, which is interesting because obviously Aussie Open are going to be on Impact this Thursday. Great news.
Fantastic news. Fantastic.
I don't know what else to say. I think it's fantastic news. It's good that they're doing that. What's interesting on that is they're not signed to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ooh, God forbid a promotion would put tag titles on a non-signed talent.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
It's just unbelievable. I'm sure that because New Japan have done it, it's okay. But if Impact do it, it's not okay. But there you go. Hello, Bonker. It's nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, buddy. What are your thoughts on Motor City Machine Guns winning the New Japan Strong tag titles? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Just let us know in the chat, guys. Let us know.
I think it's fantastic. I must admit, I've already got the Chris Sabin. I love this match. So sadly, there isn't much.
We can't do it again. We can't keep. I don't
want to keep spamming everyone with that one. We got two hardcore countries, but so I think we.
I mean, what's interesting, like Deadpun saying, he said he saw that match. He really didn't expect Aussie Open to drop the titles, but they did. And what's interesting about that is with these relationships that they've got going on at the moment, you just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? When it comes to, it seems like, like say Frankie Kazarian only a month ago wins, the X Division title. He's from AEW. Everyone's up in arms. How can you have an AEW signed talent win the X Division title? Blah, blah, blah. Now he's going for the Impact World title. Oh, my God. It's terrible. Now, New Japan Pro Wrestling have put the titles on signed Impact stars. It works both ways. It works both ways. Is it okay? That's what I want to know. Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, my mouth is getting very dry discussing the subject of is it okay to put titles on other company stars?
That is not an appropriate question.
I think it's okay if it's going to fit with the storyline. I think if people, if they've got some sort of plan in place, then they're not going to hold the titles forever, are they? Maybe it's leading into some big rematch at a New Japan Strong pay-per-view or something, which would be good. But also, it's great to have that legacy, isn't it? To have someone like Motor City Machine Guns, names on that title is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
and again, like you say, it keeps most fresh. New Japan Impact. Sorry, Joe, what are you saying?
Especially given the influence Alex Shelley's had in New Japan, like going off what Dead Punk is saying, Motor City Machine Guns are huge in Japan, but Alex Shelley, especially, with the as the time splitters in New Japan, so it just makes sense for them to have it, and it doesn't knock any of the audience off. If anything, it brings more eyes onto New Japan Pro Wrestling now as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's great. So you got Impact has the Strong Tag Team Champions. He's an AEW talent so far as I know, so that would be the right decision here. Okay, fair enough. Oh, hang on, sorry. As much as I want Kazarian as Impact Champion, I don't think that's going to happen. But I understand what you're saying. We've got Impact has strong tag team champions up north, as Carl Anderson, who is the never openweight champion. See, that's interesting because I don't think that's going to stand, is it? I think he's being stripped, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's interesting how we're getting lots of cross promotional stuff going on at the moment.
I think that's one of the reasons why Triple H wants to open the forbidden door to WWE. Is just so Carl Anderson doesn't have to vacate the title, unless it's already happened. If it's already happened, then that's a shame. But if this open door policy with WWE is actually true, Carl Anderson can go back for the title, and then there's no issues there. So that would be fantastic for. Just shows that the whole industry globally is coming together a lot more, which is what guys like ECW have been trying to do for ages, and TNA have done since the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's just good to see everyone
No,
else
I
thinking,
agree.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't understand. I never understand why talents aren't allowed to sort of kind of move from brand to brand, but they're independent, contractors apparently.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, let's move on. So we got the digital media exclusive match. I know that Joe just finished watching that. That's Greek Town Wrestling. It was Eric Young versus Shannon Decker. Great match out here, my friend. Great match.
It was an amazing match. A good 20 minutes, and it was solid from start to finish. I even had the dog jumping on me, and I didn't miss anything that was worth whinging about. It was such a good match, and it being held at Eric Young's hometown too. So there was a huge buzz behind Eric Young in London, Ontario, Canada, and it was just such a good match. And the this was also after a week after he'd faced Josh Alexander at Summerversary, which took me say he was pretty beaten up. But you wouldn't have thought it. The way he was performing in this match, it was incredible. Some of the stuff he was pulling off I really do recommend you guys check this one out. It's a good 20 minutes, and you will not be disappointed. I want to see where their second match comes. They had a match then afterwards at the other guy's hometown in Toronto, and that was a hardcore match. But I'm not sure who won that one. But I want to see that one out. I hope they put that one up next week.
Fair enough. So that was definitely worth a watch. Make sure you go and check it out. As you say, it's exclusive at the moment, but will be available at the weekend for everybody to go and check it out. Really good match from by all accounts. I'm going to go and check it out a little bit later. We've then got BTI match. We've got the X Division tournament match again. We've got Yuya Uemura versus the incredible PJ Black. I'm surprised this is on BTI because obviously PJ Black is big star.
Yeah.
I thought this one would have been on the main show, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's worth tuning in. Really, really good match. I think it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to this. We've then got Impact Wrestling in the moment. We've got Aussie Open versus Alexander and Kazarian.
That's going to be huge.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a great match, but again, it seems like a way of trying to keep Alexander and Kazarian out of the ring, kind of keeping them busy for a couple of weeks. That's what it feels like to me. We've then got Eric Young versus Sami Callihan. This is apparently a first time ever matchup. Is there going to be some stipulations added to this tomorrow night, do we think?
Oh, if anything, the referee should just let them go.
I think it's got to be no rules. Let's just let them go.
Or it's setting up something for Overdrive, if any.
Yeah, set something up for Overdrive. That's interesting as well. But I think it's going to be a cracker. So I'm looking forward to that one. We then had Moose versus Ace Austin added. Now, I think this is based on, we had some social media exclusive this week where they sort of kind of pretty much ended up accusing Moose of being the next obvious person to have picked on Ace. So that should be interesting. I think we've seen Moose versus Ace before. So, but I think this will be a great match because both are super athletic. I mean, Moose for a 6, what is he, 6'6"? Can move so well in the ring. He's like he's almost like a taller, more slender version of Bobby Lashley, I think. In the sense that, if you remember, they used to say that he moved like a race car, hit like a tank or whatever.
Yeah.
It was, sort of kind of thing. That's Moose. So that should be an interesting match. And then we've got the other X Division tournament match, Kenny, King, versus the incredibly versatile Speedball Mike Bailey. It's a rematch. I think it's a stacked card. I think we've got some great matches tomorrow night, starting with Yuya Uemura versus PJ Black. I think
that's going to be a good match. I'm really looking forward to that one. Yuya Uemura is such an amazing wrestler. I'm really glad to see that Impact Wrestling were lucky enough to pick him up for his time in the US. Hopefully once he's gone back to Japan, we'll see him again soon because he's been such an incredible wrestler. I've been so impressed with him.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean, Dead
yeah.
Punk thinks that's a pay-per-view worthy card.
Yeah, damn right.
There's some damn good matches in there. There's some damn good matches. I'm excited to watch all of them, to be honest. Really looking forward to this one. I might have to make sure I get up in the middle of the night to watch this one. Sometimes I wait till the morning and watch it. I go to the gym and then come back and watch it. But I think this is, it's going to be a cracking show. And of course, we're going to see more forwarding in storylines heading towards Overdrive, aren't we?
Yeah, it's all about building to Overdrive now because that's only just over 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So it's the pace is picking up a bit more now, and it's just a huge week. I mean, there's probably going to be a couple of knockouts matches, even short stints in there, because I'm pretty sure Tasha Steelz is going to have something. Something's going to happen with Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans.
Yeah. There's got to be something in there. At the moment, we've got no knockouts matches. You're right.
Yeah.
So there's got to be something in there. Maybe something involving maybe Chelsea Green getting her thing on with Mickey James. Maybe I don't know. Something's going to happen. Definitely. I want to see more Taylor Wilde in the ring. That's what I want to see. But am I going to get my wish tomorrow night on Impact on Access? We just have to wait and see. But guys, look, that is just about all we've got time for this week. Don't forget to tune into TNI Impact Review Show tomorrow night live on YouTube and Twitch directly after Impact is aired on Access TV, Impact Plus, and of course, YouTube Insiders. Of course, if you're in Canada, Fight Network. I almost forgot that one. But don't forget to go check that out, guys. They got the review show, like I said. I'm pretty certain we're going to get, we'll definitely get William on there. I'm not sure he's going to be joining him this week. I think we had William and Alicia last week. So hopefully we get a few more of the gang join them tomorrow night to help them out. But still a good show either way. It doesn't matter who is hosting. It's still a fantastic show. Maybe it'd be the return. Maybe J-Bone will make his return after moving home. We'll just have to wait and see. But guys, please don't forget to head over to the TNI Patreon for exclusive extra content when you sign up. And of course, join our Discord where we pretty much talk about everything Impact Wrestling and wrestling related, as well as movies and other sports, etc. Make sure you go and check that out. The links are all down below, so in the description, so you can't miss them. All TNI shows are available to all you listen on the go fans as audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. Just basically wherever you listen to your favorite shows, we are there. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can follow me at JKEmptySpace on Twitter. Jump onto Facebook or Twitter, look for #EmptySpace, #IntoTheVoid. Or if you fancy to stick your taste buds and your sense of humor, look for #DailyGiggle. And approach it with open mind, and you just might keep your sanity. The Daily Giggles are migrating more over to Twitter a lot more now, so you'll probably find them more on there more than Facebook now. But also on Twitter and Facebook, I'm dropping in any music that catches my attention that just can't get out of my head that day too. So you'll get a tune from the Void every now and then too.
And don't forget to, if you do use Facebook, don't forget to head over to go and check out our Total Nonstop Impact UK Facebook group. I think we've just hit 101 members in the group there, which is fantastic. So if you haven't, head over to Facebook and join that group. See if you can go and check it out. Total Nonstop Impact UK. You're more than welcome to join. And there's lots of different things going on there, lots of chat. We talk about all sorts of bits involved. We put some news in there. Joe puts his daily giggles in there and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's all good. If you're interested in helping the Bison hit 2,000 follows on Twitter, I'm getting closer and closer. I think I'm on 1,908. Yeah, 1,908 at the moment. So keep helping the Bison. He's getting there. Share him around, let people know that Bison is a man to follow, and see if we can get 2,000. What a milestone that would be if we could hit 2,000 follows by next week. How cool would that be? That'd be amazing. If I can announce on the show that Bison has finally hit 2,000 follows on Twitter, that'd be pretty amazing. So anyway, at Lord Bison 45. that's where you'll find me. And it's pretty much where I do all of my wrestling talk, as well as the Total Nonstop Impact UK Facebook page. Go and check that out as well. Now, guys, please take the time to help us out moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, or even a smash to never miss any of the great content coming out from TNI-UK and the US teams each and every week. Each and every week, I tell you. Each and every week. 2 fantastic shows, all related to Impact Wrestling, coming out every single week. Plus interviews, plus other stuff, loads of stuff going on. Anyway, loads of stuff going on. With all that said, I've been your host, Bison, and this has been my fantastic co-host joining us from the void, Joker. And this has been episode 107 of Impacted. Take care, everyone.
Take care, guys.
We're Bison! We are Impacted! We're Bison! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power that make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are Impacted! The best team!
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, another good show. Well done. And we kept it to 1 hour